Welcome to the channel. Today we're gonna learn about VLANs. This is going to be our first technique using only interface with access mode. There are other techniques but we're gonna cover that in other video labs. So let's start with our first task, that is configure the correct IP address subnet mask on each PC. Set the gateway address in the last of the subnet. So the first task is something that we had already covered in previous videos. Subnetting is really easy if you already know finger gains, block size, binary, all that kind of stuff. So we're going to VLAN 10, PC from VLAN 10. She doesn't know that she belongs to that, but VLANs is not for end hosts. It's more for interface switches. So config default gateway is going to be 10.0.0.what is slash 26. So slash 24, 25, 26. We borrow two bits from our network, from our host portion. So it's going to be 64 the block size, and if we the last address until you reach the 64 is 63, but that is the broadcast, so we can use that. We're gonna use 62. That is going to be our default gateway, the last usable address of the first subnet, and fast Ethernet. The IP is going to be 10.0.0.1. Why not? Okay. Subnet mask is going to be 255, and slash 26 is 192. Okay, that's it. Our first PC. Our second PC is more of the same. The full gateway 62, we said, the last usable address, and you are gonna be that too. Subnet mask slash 26. I would like to put 26 instead of all these numbers, but that is how this works. Okay, we had already did VLAN 10, now VLAN 20. Config the full gateway. The network is 64 and the net mask doesn't change, so we have to add 64 plus 64. There's going to be 128, and the last usable address is going to be 126, because 127 is the broadcast address of the second network. So we're gonna use 10.0.0 that 126 we said. Okay. Oh, I didn't put the I didn't put the period. Now it should work. Okay, and what is going to be your IP? DAC 65 said the network topology. So 65, and again the mask. Always the mask. Without the mask, you don't know what portion is network and what portion is host. Okay. Config the full 10.0.0.126 Bluetooth node and IP.16 10.0.0.16. The mask again the same. That's it. And now our last subnet, that is the sales. The sales, we have to add 128 plus 64. And how much is that? We could use calculator, I guess. No matters your level of math, you can use calculator or use a paper. It's okay. So we said that we're gonna use 128 plus 64. Why 64? Because that is our block size. And how do you know how is that your block size? Is the less significant bit of the neck mask, and that is 192. So 191 is the broadcast and 190 is the last usable address. That is our default gateway. So we go here 10.0.0.190. That's it. And 10.0.0.130 first PC with their mask. Okay. Now you config default gateway to travel from local network to other networks. 10.0. That, what do we say? 190, right? And IP, you are 129, and the mask 255 192. Okay, the task number 1 is complete. Now we're gonna go to task number 2. Make 3 connections between R1 and switch 1. Configure one interface on R1 for each VLAN. Make sure the IP address or the gateway address you configure on the PCs. Okay, we have to do 3 connections between this switch and this router. We're gonna use direct straight copper tow and gigabit 01 with gigabit 00 4 VLAN 10 gigabit 1 2 gigabit 01 4 VLAN 20 and gigabit 21 to gigabit 02 4 VLAN 30. Okay, gigabit 21 done. Okay, task number 2 is half complete because we made to do the configuration in the router. Something that we had already covered, that is put the default gateway in this little boy. Enable CompT interface. We set gigabit 00 is 4 VLAN 20, so gigabit 00 IP address 10.0.0. What? Dot 63.62. Let me see. I can see. Okay. 255 182 and now shut down. Okay, now interface gigabit 01 IP address 10.0.0. What? That 126. 255.255.192. Now shut down. Okay, the last interface gigabit 02. IP address 10.0.0.0 now. That, what do we say? That is, I don't remember. Let's check here in PC. The gateway 190. Okay. Two five 192. Now shut down. Okay. Do show IP interface brief 000102 up and their respective IP. Okay, now task number 2 is complete. Let's go to task number 3. Configure switch interface in the proper VLANs. Remember the interface that connect to R1 and name the VLANs. Okay, we have to name the VLANs. Well, we are gonna start with VLAN 10 and enter to switch CLI, move to the right, and first we're gonna display the VLANs. Show VLAN brief. We have our VLAN 1, that is the full VLANs, and all the ports belongs to that. So we don't have any VLANs. That is why we're gonna create that VLAN. So to do that, we just need to do this. VLAN app, but we have to go to configure, to global configuration mode. And now yes, VLAN 10 and name engineering. That is our VLAN 10. Now VLAN 20. Yes, VLAN 20. Name HR. And the last one is VLAN 30. VLAN 30. Name sales. Okay. Do show VLAN brief. We have created our 3 VLAN 10, 20, and 30, and it has their name, but they don't have any ports. We have to add ports to belong to these VLANs according to our network topology. So, and we're gonna go to use conf interface range, because the commands has to match to all the interface that belongs to a VLAN. That is what we're gonna use, interface range and not interface by interface. And so we said that gigabit 01 interface here, gigabit 01 fast Ethernet 3.1 and fast Ethernet 4.1. That's our 3 interface. A switchboard mode access. That is going to be our mode for today. The only node that we know currently. And and this is mode access, we need to give him a VLAN to belong to. All of them are for VLAN 10, so switch port access VLAN 10. That's it. That's it. Interface range. Now we're gonna go to VLAN 20. What are the interface for VLAN 20? It's gigabit 11 fast Ethernet and another fast Ethernet. Switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 20. Okay, and the last one, what are their interface is gigabit 21 fast Ethernet and fast Ethernet. Switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 30. That's it. Now do show VLAN brief. Let me see. We have VLAN 10 and the status is active, so they are running currently and they are with their respective interface. So I believe that we complete the task number 3. Okay, and now pin between the PCs to check connectivity. Okay, they tell us to pin. Okay, primary, no, desktop, command prompt, pin .0.0.65. We are pin. Okay, we can, and now we're gonna pin to the PCs to VLAN 30. So 130. One fail and the others go. Okay, it's working. Now they tell us to use simulation mode. So we're going to go to simulation, and again we're gonna make the pin. Here we can see this is our pin, and it should go to the router first because he is going to make the inter-VLAN routing for us because he has one interface for every VLAN. So let's check, sends to the switch and now to the router. Yes, and he is gonna send to respective VLAN, that is VLAN 30 in the fast Ethernet A1. Okay, now they tell us to ping the broadcast. We are in PC1, so the broadcast of PC1 is 10.0.0.63. This is the broadcast, and it should only goes to any device that are in the same VLAN, not all the topology. So let's check it. Let's configure this, and it should go to PC2, and yeah, the interface for the router, no more. So that's it for the video lab, and see you in the next one.